Hello, hello. Welcome to a mini quarantine edition of the Maleko and Flash podcast. I'm Maleko.
Hey, I'm Flash.
And we have brought on our favorite spirit consultant, Kyle Reutner, to join us on the show. Kohana rum. He's a bartender, and he's also stuck in quarantine like the rest of us. So thanks for joining us today.
You got it, brother. I'm stoked to be on.
He's much more than a bartender, Maleko. He's a master mixologist and the brand marketing guru for Kohana. Not that there's nothing wrong with being a bartender, but I mean, come on, you know.
Thing about my spirit animal. I am a bartender at the core. So Maleko really just cut through all the other stuff.
Flash, when we had Kyle on the show before, we asked him if he was a mixologist or a bartender, and he said bartender.
Yes.
Correct.
People that said mixologists are the high mucky mucks, and Kyle resents those people because get over yourself. You're a bartender.
I think douchebag is the word you're looking for, Maleko. Douchebag.
Have you heard my joke about this? Like, you know, what's the difference between a bartender and mixologist? Bartenders tend to bars, mixologists tend to be assholes.
Oh boy, it's funny because it's true. Yeah.
Love you guys.
I'm looking at you, Joey.
Right.
I'm looking at you.
Oh, we can't talk about Joe.
Joey Gottesman. I think we might actually have him on the show next week. Kyle, let's get right into it. First of all, what are the basics that every self-isolation home bar needs to have?
This is really, really, really easy. You need to have something that has alcohol in it.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it?
Now,
Hold on. I'm taking notes.
Well, I've got the perfect home bar. I'm good.
Now, what I decided to do today was go through my kitchen and look for stuff that like my mom would have in her kitchen. And that's what we're going to make drinks from. I'm not going to be like, look, there's a lot of options. I got, mixing glasses. I've got cocktail smokers. I've got clear ice in my fridge that gets delivered by awesome humans.
Wow.
None of that. We're going to keep it real. Like mom's mom could get down and make some cocktails with us today. So it's really straightforward. So if you've got sugar or honey or a liqueur or a syrup, anything sweet. So get something sweet in your home. If you've got something sour, say a fruit like a lime or like an apple cider vinegar, anything like that, that's going to be the other side. And the first cocktail we're going to do is it's all about balancing sweet and sour. So Maleko, I know you love margaritas.
I do.
Sweet, orange liqueur, sour, lime, and that's all balancing around some awesome tequila, right? Super straightforward. So what we're going to do today is just take that same principle. You guys can pick what spirit we do. I don't care which one it is. It could be vodka, it could be gin, it could be rum, it could be a number of spirits out there. But for everybody at home, it's getting rid of some of the silliness, demystifying it a little bit. So we're just going to do all of this outside of like the bartender jargon. I'm not going to talk about julep strainers and muddling and that. I'm going to talk about.
Wow. Shots fired, Christian self.
Christian's my boy. That's not fair.
Wow.
That's not fair. That's not going at Christian. Christian's a mentor. I've worked for both Christian and Flash, and Christian I would work for again.
I love it. All right, before we go further, we need a word of the day. Kyle,
Word of the day.
Word of the day is going to be, it's going to be Flash, because anytime I hear that word, I need a drink.
Wow. Okay, we've never had that word before. So the word
Whoa,
of the day.
Kyle is just firing on all cylinders right now.
It's my birthday, so I'm going for it. So.
Wow. Woo.
For real?
Yeah, it's birthday. This is birthday fun.
Shoot! Happy birthday, brother!
Thank you.
Happy
I'm
birthday.
stoked to be on. It's a good.
I see all your friends are there. Anyway.
So good. All right, can I make the first cocktail for you guys?
Yeah, let's do it. What's it called? What's the name of it?
It's all I'm making, this is the quarantine sour. So you can go grab a jigger if you're a fancy bartender, or if you're at home, just grab a little measuring cup. I don't care what size it is. If it's flash size, you know,
Yeah.
one part.
Oh, that's
Or
like a
if-
thimble.
Yeah, so like here, this is a, what is this, a tablespoon? So I'm just gonna take a number of parts and make a drink. So here's the magic equation. 2 parts spirit, 1 part sour, half part sugar. Now, we're gonna start with the sugar because it's the cheapest thing and the thing that I'm gonna need to wash off of this. So I'm doing a half, just granulated sugar. You could do honey, you could do liqueur, you could do any number of things. We could use a lime press, or you can just squeeze this right over the top into here. So I'm gonna do 1 full part of lime juice.
So I like this because what Kyle is saying is it's not the overall size, it's the ratios is what's important, and you can scale up or down accordingly.
Precisely.
So you summarize that by saying size doesn't matter.
I mean, that's a life motto for me, my friend.
So what spirit should we do with this lime sour business? What do you guys want to do?
I think we should use some Kohana rum.
Yeah.
I'll do that. All right. So we'll use a little bit of Kohana Kea, a white rum. Aged rum would work, but like I said, any spirit would be fine. Like you could use shochu, you could use soju, vodka. The beauty of a sour is it dances around all of this. And the point is balancing the sweet and the sour off of each other and letting the spirit carry you through. So it's not a matter of like what the base spirit is in this instance. And so this is one of those things that I think people can really make with whatever they have at home, whether it's whatever the case.
Kyle,
So
when you say
what are we calling this now that we made? We have 8 minutes left.
Well, we're making a daiquiri.
quarantine sour.
We're making a daiquiri now. Now that it's rum, we know what it is. So
But the original name was a quarantine sour.
grab your super fancy ice. There's a couple options for you. You could throw it in a water pitcher. You could roll it back and forth. You could stir it. I stole these glasses from Hawaii Food and Wine Festival, and I know they stack, so I'm going to shake them like this.
Shout out Denise Yamaguchi.
I've been doing it for a decade now. So
Kyle, let me ask you this about the spirit. You said any spirit will do, but you only mentioned clear spirits up until this point. Is any brown spirit also okay for this?
for sure, I tend to like brown spirits with lemon, like a whiskey with a lemon and sugar, but it works just as well. This is the piece of cake cocktail for everybody. So
all right, let's see it in practice. Make something else. Just do it. Here, cheers.
Cheers. Flash.
Flash! Happy birthday, Kyle.
Thanks, guys. All right. So real quick, we'll jam through one more go. What's the next spirit you want to do? Oh, we lost Maleko for a second.
He's back. Whiskey.
Whiskey, I like it.
Yeah.
Like it.
Let's get fancy. I'm gonna make a Scotch Quarantine sour. Ooh, maybe a little moochie. All right, and then I'm gonna do a whiskey cocktail after this too, for you guys. And Flash, I know you'll be in on that.
Oh! You got a drink, buddy.
Beautiful.
All right. So super, super easy getting this cocktail going. So now, same as before, 2 part spirit, 1 part sour, half part sugar, full part happiness.
Kyle, are those ratios just good ratios for kind of anything?
They're great for sours. As you'll see with the next one that I'm going to rush through here in a second, there are ways to tone all those down and refocus what you're paying attention to. So I'm going to make an old-fashioned variation next.
Woo!
So
Got it.
perfect. So then we're for an old-fashioned flash.
I see it. Yep.
Flash twice. Really, guys?
Oh, flash twice. Sorry.
Flash, bro! Hey!
Flash. Happy birthday, Kyle.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time he says flash, I'm going to say happy birthday, Kyle.
I love it. All right, so this one's going to be a little different. We're going to pick really delicious whiskey. This is from my boys at the Pig and the Lady. And we're going to balance around the whiskey. So you're still going to have other flavors, but instead of worrying about being sweet and sour balancing each other, you're going to worry about rounding the edges of whatever the spirit is. So I know this is a little overproof. It's at 111. So
Whoa.
got some oomph to it.
Whoa. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do four of these. So I'm going to consider that one part. You like that?
Okay. So 1 part gasoline.
Hand sanitizer.
We'll talk about that. So now what you're going to do to balance this out is it needs dilution, so it needs water, but also maybe needs a little something sweet. So I'm going to take just a tiny bit of honey. Get that in.
When you say tiny bit, what is that, like a quarter part?
Yeah, it would be about a quarter or an eighth part. I would
Okay.
say probably for the average listener, do in a quarter part.
Okay.
And then, super fancy stirring spoon. Take your spoon and, stir it around until that honey's incorporated in there.
It's our self-isolation bar, guys. What do you expect?
This isn't rocket science.
We got 3 minutes, Kyle.
Add ice. If you happen to have bitters around, add bitters. If you don't worry about it. You balanced it out a little bit. Now you've got something that's not just whiskey on the rocks, which is plenty delicious, but instead you've got a tiny bit of honey with a dope, rum, whiskey, whatever you want. And that's going to be, so now we've made a sour and we've made a spirit forward drink. Super easy stuff.
I love that. The use of the honey there with the whiskey, that's like a good afternoon. I've had a really rough day, smooth out the evening kind of cocktail.
For sure.
Wait, the cocktail's already done? That's it?
Brother, this isn't rocket science.
That's simple. You said it. How much bitters? Just like a little splash, right?
If you have bitters around, I would say just do like 1 turn of the bitters bottle. If you don't have bitters around, just think about flash and the drink will get started.
Oh, happy birthday, Kyle.
Hey,
Kyle, very quickly with the time we have left, tell us what Kohana Rum is doing as far as producing hand sanitizer for our state.
So about 2.5 weeks ago, we started changing what we were doing on site. We decided it was time to make a change and make higher proof spirit to turn into hand sanitizer. We also started working with the federal government, World Health Organization, and our local government, as well as about 10 other companies to try to get all of our, hand sanitizer legal to go out to whomever would need it. Homeless shelters, Department of Education, healthcare, all of that. And so now, after 20 days or so of hard work, we've got FDA labels. The first 200 gallons went out. Now we've got a hui that's involving other distilleries on neighbor islands. We're super stoked to be able to be helpful. This is all being given away. We're not distributing it. The goal is to be for Hawaii like we've always been, just in a different way.
Kyle Reutner from
Kyle,
Kohana. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Kyle,
Joining us.
where can we follow you on the Instagram?
Paradise on the Rocks or Kohana Rum.
All right, everybody. Thanks
Kyle,
so much.
Thank you so much.
Check us out on the website, molecularflash.com.
Flash.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Kyle.